welcome to a new video. This is actually my late December TBR. I'm sorry it's late, I've been just procrastinating this whole time filming this, but it's fine. Basically, I'm gonna be trying to do less readathons going forward, because I have this problem where I just want to do every readathon possible and then I get annoyed at myself if I don't complete them. So I've decided on doing sort of more themed kind of months instead. I'll explain that in a minute, it'll make sense. But in December I will be doing Dan Wells' December, which is the author of I Am Not a Serial Killer, or the John Wayne Cleaver series, one of my favourite series of all time. Honestly, it's amazing. So this year I actually reread the first two books in this series. So this month in December I will be trying to finish this series, which is the third book, which is I Don't Want to Kill You. And then the novella, which is 3.5, I guess you would call it, is Next of Kin. Book 4 is The Devil's Only Friend. Book 5 is Over Your Dead Body. And book 6 is Nothing Left to Lose. This is all the John Wayne Cleaver series. I just think it's amazing. I need to finally finish this series. Basically, this series is about a boy called John Wayne Cleaver who is obsessed with serial killers, and he's also been diagnosed as like a sociopath. So it's like a unreliable character, which is amazing. So he's like morally grey, very morally grey. And he like sets this rules for himself where to stop himself from doing, I guess, sociopathic kind of behaviour, which is like killing animals and stalking people and stuff like that, and being very obsessive. And then some killings happen in his town and he is just too invested to figure it out. So basically this is like a thriller series, a YA thriller series, I think it's YA, with a twist. I cannot tell you what the twist is because it is a major spoiler, but there is an amazing twist in the first book which just sets everything up. Yes. And then I do also have this other book by Dan Wells. It's called Extreme Makeover, and it's a satirical, I think it's a sci-fi thriller about a health and beauty company that destroys the world. So it's like dystopian sci-fi type thing like that. So I want to also read this as well. Read all the Dan Wells books that I have in like on my shelf. That's basically like all the ones that I have. I know that he has another series called The Partials, but I don't have those. So I will just be reading these physical ones that I have. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure all of the John Wayne Cleaver books, the audiobooks for them are on YouTube. As far as I'm aware, I think they are. So that'll be handy. I hope this audiobook's on there as well, that would be useful. And then books that I will be bringing over from November into December, one is Watersmith, The Calling of Morrigan. It's the second in the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. I am currently 289 pages in on chapter 20, so I'm pretty close to finishing it, so yes, loving this. And I did just also get Hollowpox as well, the third one, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm excited to finish this finally. And then also the Terror of Nero, which is the last book in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. I am doing this as a read-along with Tandem Collective UK, which is awesome. I'm so excited about this. Yeah, I have loved the series so far, so I'm only doing 2 readathons in the month of December. One is currently ongoing, it's the first day of it. It's Polarthon, the little 3-day weekend readathon. I won't be reading too much, hopefully. I will be reading The Castle of Tangled Magic by Sophie Anderson. I'm buddy reading this with Steph over at Steph Loves. I'm so excited. I've loved her other 2 books, The House with Chicken Legs and The Girl Who Speaks Bear, so I'm excited about this one. The aim of Polarthon is basically to read polar fantasies. So the second book I'll be reading is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. This will be my very first Sarah J Maas book. I'm very nervous to read it. I'm just not sure if it's going to be something that I'm going to like. Apparently you have to go in kind of with like low expectations and not like judge it too harshly, just take it for what it is. But I just want to kind of make up my own mind about it and just give it a try at least. I do have like 3 audiobooks on the back burner in case I do finish those 2. One is Ember and the Ice Dragons by Heather, is it Fawcett? I think that's how you say it. It's, I don't know if you're going to see that, but yeah. Then The Eye of the North by Sinead O'Hart, is that how you say that? I have no clue if that's how you say it. And Sky Song by Abby Elphinstone. Wow, that's a hell of a name. But there you go. I do have those on the back burner if I do finish The Castle of Tangled Magic and Akatar. The second readathon I will be doing in December is called Christmasathon. This is for the whole month of December and it's by Bookish Tiffany. And there's 2 teams, Team Elf and Team Grinch, and I'm in Team Grinch because I'm bad and I haven't finished all the books I wanted to read this year. There are 5 prompts. Prompt 1 is a book you should have already finished this year, and that is A Phoenix First Must Burn, edited by Patrice Caldwell. I have read, what, 3 or so stories in this now. It's a short story collection about black girl magic, resistance and hope. And I just, because it's a short story collection, I feel like I keep putting it down, and then because I'm not in the middle of a story, I don't end up picking it up again because I'm reading something else that's like a full story that I want to keep going with, and it's annoying. But the stories I've read were really good, and I especially liked Elizabeth Acevino's one, so it is good, so I don't want to finish this. Prompt 2 is Ebenezer Scrooge, a book with a morally grey character, and I will be reading I Don't Want to Kill You by Dan Wells, the 3rd in the John Wayne Cleaver series, because it just fit perfectly. Prompt 3 is Toasty on the Inside, a book with a romance in it. I'm going to be reading One Day in December by Josie Silver. I don't know if you're going to see that because of glare, but yeah, it is there. It's also Contemporary Book Club's pick for December, which is Steph Loves' book club. Prompt 4 is Loathe Entirely, a book you're giving a second chance. And I'm going to be reading The Binding by Bridget Collins. This is actually going to be the 3rd time I'm going to try to read this. I've put it down twice now. The second time round I got to chapter 5, page 69, or even, I think it's like 15% on the audiobook, and I don't know what it is. I think I need to physically read it while listening to the audiobook, because when I'm just listening to the audiobook, I kind of zone out from it and I don't pay attention for some reason, which is rare for me. I just find it really hard to get into. So this will be the 3rd chance I'm giving this, and hopefully I can read it this time. It is a chunker though, so we'll see. So I'm going to purposely physically read it and follow along with the audiobook at the same time and see if that helps. We'll see, hopefully. And prompt 5 is a book with green on the cover. I will be reading The Christmas Source by Tom Fletcher. the boy has like khaki green pajama bottoms or something on, and the actual dinosaur has a green eye, or has green eyes. So it does have green on the cover, just like a little bit. It's stuck out still. So I'm going to be reading that, and I will also be buddy reading this with Suzanne over at Book Marvel and Steph from Steph Loves. We're doing like a three-way buddy read of the Christmasaurus. Be the first time I'm reading it, but I think it's a reread for Steph and Suzanne though. I'm excited about it. Apparently they love it, so. The next two books I'll be reading in December are the first two books in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. And this is a read-along hosted by Maddie over at the Book Browsing blog. I was supposed to read the first one last month, but I never did, because last month wasn't too great reading wise. So I'm trying to read both the first two in December. Hopefully I can do it. ACOTAR is actually a read-along, I think hosted by Molly over at Mind of Molly. I think we read the first one in December, second one in January, third one in February, the fourth one in March, and the newest one that's meant to be coming out in April. We'll read that in April apparently. But it just depends on if I like the first one or not, whether I'm going to keep going with the read along or not. I also have like a group buddy read thing on Instagram with a bunch of lovely people for Beartown by Frederick Backman. It'll be my first time, I think, reading from Frederick Backman. I'm really excited. Apparently his other book, A Man Called Ove, I think that's how you say it, I'm not entirely sure, it's really good, so I'm hoping I'm gonna like Beartown. And I also do have A Man Called Ove on my Kindle, so I can read that after as well. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I've heard a lot about this author. Apparently he's really, really good, so yes, I'm excited about that. I think that's everything I need to go over. I think the main thing I'm trying to get done is to read all of the Dan Wells books. And of course the tandem read along is kind of a priority as well, so yes. Everything else I would consider, I guess, for fun. And if I don't get to it, then I'm going to try and not beat myself up about it. I can't promise, but I'm going to try and be nice to myself. So I hope you enjoyed my Goodreads story on Instagram, and anyone I mentioned is in the description as always. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!